Boom! He's back. I wasn't sure. I was like, oh, do I come back on YouTube again? I was just live with Alex on the Truman Show, but I said, oh yeah, come on. I'll do my training after my daily exercise to stay fit. Stay fit. I'm not very very fit. I still have some weight to lose, but in some way it's keeping me aligned with good vibration. The exercise. That's what I was talking about. Yeah. So today, this afternoon, right now, we're gonna talk about mastering our mind because again, this is a mind game. Hello. So very important. All power is from within, nowhere else. From within, dig, 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 and you will find it. Who seek shall find. Yeah. So I don't know where I was, where I left town this morning. Too much. No? Even if I repeat myself, no big deal on anything I repeat here. Believe me, no big deal if I repeat myself on anything because we have been so heavily brainwashed and conditioned. That's all they did to us. They repeated stuff continually. So at one point we absorb it. So I'm going to repeat myself continually until my brain totally absorb it and become really absorbed by it. I thought there was someone. It's my wife that's going for a walk. Yeah, so all power is from within and is absolutely under your control. It comes through exact knowledge and by the voluntary exercise of exact principles. Yeah. By exact principles. It should be plain that when you acquire a thorough understanding of this law and are able to control your thought processes, you can apply it to any condition. In other words, you will have come into conscious cooperation with omnipotent law. Omnipotent law, which is the fundamental basis of all things. Fundamental basics of all things. Mastering our mind. No more mind control, no more Babylonian evil stuff in our mind. We're going to take possession of our mind and really own it and do something with it. Do something with it. It's the most, yeah. The universal mind is the life principle of every thing in existence. I don't like to say atom because I don't know what is an atom. I've never seen it. Never seen an atom in my life. Does it really exist? I don't know. I haven't experienced it. But apparently it exists. Atom. I don't think so. But every atom is continually striving to manifest more life. I think every life is striving to manifest more life. This is more it. Every life is striving to manifest more life. This is the one thing our brain will do without even questioning is reproduce. That's the one thing you will do unconsciously without even conditioning your mind. You will want to reproduce. Believe me, you're going to experience it. So the rest, we really have to condition ourselves to, manifest more life in our life. That's it. All are intelligent and all are seeking to carry out the purpose for which they were created. Purpose for what you were created. A majority of mankind lives in the world without. Yeah. Few have found the world within. And yet it is the world within that makes the world without. It is therefore creative, and everything which you find in your world without has been created by you in the world within. For sure. For sure. You know, I've read that book before. I've read that book maybe twice alone, not on YouTube. I've read it once on YouTube, 2 winters ago, I think, a while ago, at the beginning of my awakening. Yeah, awakening. And I read it again. But now, after 4 times, it takes a total different perspective on me. I'm seeing it as something now. Especially that I'm more awake than before, so I read every word, and every word has a deep significance. And like I see more significance in it, and it's affecting my mind more than it was the first time I've read it. That's what I mean. I have to lower my chair a bit. The systems will bring you into a realization of power, which will be yours when you understand this relation between the world without and the world within. The world within is the cause, the world without the effect. To change the effect, you must change the cause. Wake up. Yeah. You will at once see that this is a radically new and different idea. You see, even to do this here, even to do this, if I don't whip myself to come on YouTube to read it, I'll probably like it's a way for me to also keep my mind very sharp coming on YouTube like that, and at the same time I read stuff and I exchange with you, and you might have lost me momentarily. The microphone got disconnected. Let's see if it's plugged around. Yeah, okay, I should be back. Should hear me. Loud and clear, no more microphone problem. That's one thing I had a lot in the past is microphone problem. Ivar knows what I'm talking about. You will at once see that, yeah, that this is a radically new and different idea. I've talked about it a lot in the previous talk there, that you get in touch with a whole different vibration. Most men try to change effects by working with effects. They fail to see that this is simply changing one form of distress for another. To remove discord, we must remove the cause, and this cause can be found only in the world within. Only in the world within can you find the cause. All growth is from within. Is from within. You're not gonna grow watching TV. Hello, unplug from National Geographic and all that freaking Babylonian propaganda. The growth is from within, not on TV, not in a newspaper or anything that's gonna come and interfere with your mind. It's from within. Stay in the space between the thoughts. That's the best. This is evident in all nature. Evident in all nature. Every plant, every animal, every human is a living testimony to this great law. And the error of the ages is in looking for strength or power from without. From without. It's all from within. You don't have to yell it. It feels good. Recognition is a mental process. Told you, recognition is a mental process. You have to recognize you've been brainwashed. Mental action is there by brainwash. Program is more the appropriate word. Mental action is therefore the interaction of the individual upon the universal mind. And as the universal mind is the intelligence which pervades all space and animates all living things, this mental action and reaction is the law of causation. But the principle of causation does not obtain in the individual, but in the universal mind. It is not an objective faculty, but a subjective process. And the results are seen in an infinite variety of conditions and experience. But you must experience life. In order to express life, there must be mind. Nothing can exist without mind. Everything which exists is some manifestation of this one basic substance from which and by which all things have been created and are continually being recreated. Recreated continually. We live in a fathomless sea of plastic mind substance. This substance is ever alive and active. Yeah. Thought is active energy. Use it. It is sensitive to the highest degree. Lost my screen again. I don't know why this thing goes down all the time. I don't know. It takes from according to the mental demand. Thought forms the mold or matrix from which the substance expresses. The matrix. Yeah, man, the matrix. Remember that it is in the application alone that the value consists, and that a practical understanding of this law will substitute abundance for poverty, wisdom for ignorance, harmony for discord, and freedom for tyranny. And certainly there can be no greater blessing than these from a material and social standpoint. Now make the application. Select a room where you can be alone and undisturbed. Told you often, go in silence. Sit erect comfortably, but do not lounge. Let your thoughts roam where they will but be perfectly still for from 15 minutes to half an hour. Continue this 3 or 4 days or for a week until you secure full control of your physical being. Yeah, full control. Takes work, for sure. But that's what we're going to do. Many will find this extremely difficult. Yeah. Others will conquer with ease. But it is absolutely essential to secure complete control of the body before you are ready to progress. Yeah. You must have mastered this one. Now, there's another part here in this book. That's the book of Know Thyself. Exactly. Big up, Jose. Jose or Wellness. Hoser or Wellness. I said Jose. Thought I seen Jose. And Ivar is there. Nasir, big up. You know, the guys, the goal why I'm doing this is really we're here to learn things, you know, to learn each one to each one. And me, my exercise here today is to master our mind and to align with our true nature. So that's part of it. So yeah, I'm back. I'm back again 3 times today. Yeah. Ain't no giving in. What is the world without in its relation to the world within? The world without is a reflection of the world within. It's a study, question and answers. Question with answers. Upon what does all possession depends? Because now we're going back connect to what I've read. This is the question with it and the answers. So see if you listen to me. Ha! Boom! Upon what does all possession depends? All possession depends. All possession is based on consciousness. How is the individual related to the objective world? The individual is related to the objective world by the objective mind. The brain is the organ of the mind. How is he related to the universal mind? How is he related to the universal mind? He is related to the universal mind by the subconscious mind. The solar plexus is the organ of this mind. Solar plexus, eh? There's something there. Yeah. What is the universal mind? What is the universal mind? Answer. The universal mind is the life principle of everything which is in existence. How can the individual act on the universal? Because this is where we feel small. We feel we cannot act on the universal because we victimize ourselves due to all kinds of stuff, and we think we can't affect the universal. The individual, for sure, you can. The ability of the individual to think is his ability to act upon the universal and bringing it into manifestation. This is very, very important here. Very, very important. It's probably the most important sentence of the book. How can the individual act on the universal? Because it's a mind game, and we all think we are separated individually in our little bubble. So how can we get out this bubble and affect the world? Well, the first step is to think for yourself. The ability of the individual to think is his ability to act upon the universal. It's an ability, but must have the response ability that goes with it. Yeah. And bring it into manifestation. Manifest your greatness, Ja people. Rise and shine. What is the result of this action and interaction? What is the result of this action? When you start to think and you start to inspire the universal mind with your conscious thought. What is the result? The result of this action and interaction is cause and effect. Yeah. Every thought is a cause and every condition an effect. Very, very interesting, that book. We're going to read that for a while. Me, I love to do that. Sometime I'm going to come with stuff, with books, sometime not. But that's the vibe I'm in now. Yeah. Reverse engineering. Unplug, exactly, unplug. You're right. How are harmonious and desirable conditions secured? Harmonious and desirable conditions are obtained by right thinking. By right thinking. What is the cause of all discord, inharmony, lack, and limitation? What is the cause? What is the cause of all discord? Discord, inharmony, lack, and limitation are all the result of wrong thinking. That's all it is. It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. That's the most important thing we have to master is our mind. After that, I'm going to leave you alone. I'm gonna leave you alone with my books and stuff, but it's very important to master our mind. And I found that great tool here, that book from Charles F. Ano, to help us recenter a bit more with who we are. Yeah, yeah. What is the source of all powers? The source of all power is the world within, the universal fountain of supply, the infinite energy of which each individual is an outlet. Each individual has so much potential to affect this universal mind. Oh, yeah, but we must go into action. We must decide that at one point it's enough the mind control and do something. The operations of the mind are produced by two parallel modes of activity, the one conscious and the other subconscious. Professor Davidson says, he who thinks to eliminate the whole range of mental action by the light of his own consciousness is not unlike the one who should go about to eliminate the universe with a rushlight. It's very important that that's my screen again. Yeah, the operations of the mind are produced by two parallel modes of activity. He who thinks to eliminate the whole range of mental action by the light of his own consciousness is not unlike the one who should go about to eliminate the universe with a rushlight. The logical processes of the subconscious are carried on with a certainty and regularity which would be impossible if there existed the possibility of error. Our mind is so designed that it prepares for us the most important foundations of cognition, while we have not the slightest apprehension of the modus operandi. That's a good one. The logical processes of the subconscious are carried on with a certainty and regularity which would be impossible if there existed the possibility of error. Our mind is so designed that it prepares for us the most important foundations of cognition. Listen, the most important foundation of cognition, while we have not the slightest apprehension of the modus operandi. That's very profound because so many of us live in a cognitive dissonance, and we all have the biological equipment to make sense of reality, to make sense of this life. And you don't need videos on YouTube to instruct you on how the things function and how things are in our plane of existence. Just open your eyes. You're going to see. For me, it started when when you start seeing the world with open eyes, you realize you're here to create a change, to start creating something. And this is what happened in my case. I realized that, whoa, enough is enough. Time for us to rise it up. And if I want things to get better here, things to go further, because my thinking, the moment you start thinking for yourself, not thinking with the program, but thinking for yourself, you will not be so absorbed by all this nonsense. And this is where your thinking will affect the universal mind. This is how we change the world. It's a mind game, nothing else than a mind game. So if we can understand how this game is played and how to master our mind, we're going to be in so much more a better seat to watch the game. Like me, I want to be on the front seat at the bottom to watch a football game. If life is a football game, I want to be on the first row. But to be on the first row, you have to master your mind. Because if not, you're not going to be there. You're going to be in the bleachers or with people that don't really understand the game. You know, this is how I see it. But the people that understand the game are at the bottom. This is how I see it. So, guys, that was a pleasure again to exchange these few minutes with you. Like I said, half an hour is good. I have a certain limit to sit in front of a computer. I prefer be outside and in nature. But it's winter time. We'll do a couple like that, maybe twice a day during the winter. But come summertime, don't expect me twice a day live on YouTube. For sure, I won't. But now it's winter time, and it's like it's not a very every days are beautiful and sunny because the sun's over the cloud, but and still shining. But I mean, it's a day. It's winter time. The vibes are lower than in the summer. I think everybody can sense that, especially if you live up in the. I don't know if it's a circle or something. It looks like a circle, but again, there could be something very different than what we're being told. It could be very different than a circle, but anyway, that's things we have to, how it's. I think everything we've been told is wrong. So to come here and tell you that, oh, this is right, no, everything is fantasy. Everything is. We would have to go very, very high to see the whole thing and say, oh, it's that. So I don't think we can even get that high to maybe some people inside the authorities are aware of more stuff than we are. But again, is it to understand everything with deep intellectualization or to love everything sacred for what is without understanding the deeper meaning behind it? Do you have to be a deep scientist to understand the whole functioning of the sun to consider it as a divine entity, as something that is sacred? Like, this is where we have lost our way. We intellectualize things way too much, and we don't look at it from a sacred standpoint and consider everything sacred around you. That's my message. Action has got to go away as well. Act, no more acting. Be one true authentic self. No acting necessary. Exact. Practically the only thing everyone actually simply can do and not even have to break the unnatural law is everyone call in sick worldwide and take it from there. Yeah, everyone call in sick worldwide. Yeah, have to break the unnatural law. Yeah. See you two now. And now, lovely ones, and be ready. That's it. We're out, guys, and we'll be here tomorrow morning. No, not morning. Tomorrow. Another now. Another now. And just leave it like that. We'll rise and shine another now. He's out.